If you're looking at your investments in your portfolio and you're considering whether or not you should sell a bunch of stuff right now to just buy it back later, let me give you some actually helpful advice. First of all, goes without saying, that is the ideal, right? Of course, in theory, on paper, it's a great idea to sell stuff and rebuy investments later at a cheaper price, lower your entry, especially if you still have long-term conviction and you believe they're all going to recover at some point. Why wouldn't you want to lock in more profit and save yourself from some of the downside in the waiting? However, if you're not experienced in the world of trading, just remember that the mental battle you're setting yourself up for is a lot harder than you think it's going to be. Likely, you'll be sitting there watching prices continue to go down, thinking to yourself like, okay, well, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And it's never going to be good enough. And then before you know it, a recovery starts. And maybe then you decide, really, oh crap, I missed it. I'm going to get in right now. And now all of a sudden that was just a little fake out and it just keeps going down lower. And the whole time you could have just been on the sidelines watching and waiting, investing for the long term instead of trying to trade. There's nothing wrong with trading, but you need to be aware that that's the door you're trying to open. Anyway, in my experience over years of trying that and failing and now having a better strategy, more likely what you're going to do is just end up being stuck on the sidelines, watching the market continue to do its thing, and you're going to not be in a great position and you're going to be stressed and anxious the entire time. So again, yeah, on paper, that's a great idea. Sell stuff and buy back in at a lower place and increase your profit margin when the market recovers. Just remember that especially if you're newer and you haven't done that and you're debating doing this for the first time, it's going to stress you out a lot more than you're anticipating. I personally do not play that game. I know that I'm not going to time the top, time the bottom, and buy in and sell out and whatever perfectly. So I just take advantage. Whenever the market has a crazy green day, I take profit. Whenever it dumps like crazy, I average back into things I have long-term faith in. And then I mostly just observe. And I kind of step back and watch from a distance and make moves when there are crazy swing days that don't look sustainable to me. At the end of the day, you can do whatever you want, right? I'm just some guy on the internet giving you some sort of vague general advice based on my own experience. It's worth exactly what you think it's worth. And that might not be very much. Just don't let someone hold up an example of their luck and present it to you as if it's wisdom and entice you into making stressful moves with your money that you're really not prepared for. Just think about the consequences before you just pull the trigger on trying to be a day trader, because I've lost a lot of money doing it that way.